Hi, Zizaran here with another video for the Scourge League, and we are going to talk about transforming items with the Scourge mechanic, what the best base types are, also some tips and tricks for just using the mechanic in general. So, you have your own little skill tree, and eventually you will be able to unlock everything. However, in the start, you won't, and it will take a large amount of XP. Already, like, it's a long time between each level. So quickly, this is what I've done. I'm going to upgrade these next, and then intensifying emulsion, and then I'll just go backwards through the tree and upgrade whatever. But the ones at the end here are the really good ones that give you the most benefit. And you also underway unlock like additional slots. So these two slots are for transforming and upgrading maps, and these are for items. And now there is a really cool mechanic here as well, where I can, for example, throw in an item and keep getting loads of corruption on this. And this is not similar to the gem mechanic, where if a gem hits level 19 and you keep it in, it is not gaining experience towards level 20. But these are, which a lot of people don't know. So as you see here, it says like 27,692 corruption absorbed. This can go all the way to like, 100,000 or something. So you can sort of pre-absorb corruption for something. And then you could also take it out, then craft it, put it back in, and then transform. So a use for this, for example, is if you have a 6-link base, you can, and you haven't crafted it yet, maybe you want to craft it later, you can start corrupting that already now, but then just not click the transform button, and then that'll be like ready to transform when you have crafted the item. So that's a really nice thing I wanted to mention. So something that is really good to do is to look through PoEDB. You can basically see every single mod that is like positive and negative. Obviously the negatives doesn't really matter to look up because you're not going to be target farming many of the negatives. The only one I've seen that is good is, for example, minions get minus 40 chaos risk, which could be interesting for the minion instability SRS. But there are loads of generic good ones, like, life, damage, etc. But I really want to like point out the exciting things that you could like go for. So on body armor, almost every keystone exists there. And most of the really good ones are always ends up being a third corruption. You can corrupt these items 3 times. So you can get loads of good keystones, like low life, for example, pain attunement. Another one that's really special, and I think will be made for some, there's also recover life, mana, and ES on kill. +1 level to like multiple gems, like AoE gems, proj gems, etc. There's life recovery rate and consecrated ground when hit. And there's another really interesting mod, which is deal percentage of your max HP as fire damage to nearby enemies when hit. And it could be interesting to do with like feedback loop builds like Skull's Bridle and the Eye of Innocence, etc. Helmet, the ones that really stand out is fist damage taken as X, so fire, chaos, etc. Unnerve on hit, level of socketed strength, int or dex gems, and 12% damage taken, 12% damage taken recouped as life. This could be really interesting, especially on that Maw of Madness or whatever the helmet that already has recoup is called, because now we can get an insane amount of recoup on the tree and through gear. Gloves, you can get any curse, and that means that you could also you could be corrupting gloves. So say you use a Screaming Essence of Greed on a glove and you corrupt it, then you have 1 chance of getting something good. Maybe you'll get gem levels or something, but then you can try to get another chance to get like the curse on hit, like despair on hit that you want. You have conversion. Socketed gems are supported by up to level 22 added lightning, cold, or chaos. 10 life gain on hit or 5 mana gain on hit, and trap and mine throwing speed. On boots, you can get elusive effect. Action speed cannot be modified below like around 70%. 10% onslaught on kill and cannot be frozen. For belts, 8% max life, 12% chance to intimidate, or life or mana flasks gained every 3 seconds. Rings, kind of boring. It's just minimum charges and charges on kill plus all the generic things. Amulets has damage leaches life and then stat stacking, and I think there was pen as well. Quiver, a little bit more interesting. Onslaught on kill or chance for onslaught on kill. Additional arrow, additional chain, 2 additional pierces, split towards 1 more target, and also attack projectiles return from the target towards you. Shield has quality of support gem, and this is on a few items and is kind of good for leveling in powers because it'll give you a lot of quality, which means it'll gain more experience. You can get 9 spell or attack block, and then +1 max res for like specific ones like lightning, fire, chaos, etc. Or +1 max all elemental res. And it also has 6% of max mana as an extra energy shield. Bow has +1 arrow, culling strike, and faster bleeds, and most weapons have culling strike on them. Staff stands out a bit with dot multi, 2 gem levels, and a Night Steel faster damage. Like, all the weapons are kind of generic and boring. I would look through them if there's like something you're playing, like you're playing a sword build, but the weapons aren't that special. Obviously, there will be things like flat physical and things, which can be really good, but they aren't like anything that really stands out. And then Wands and Scepter have +1 global gem level, so +1 fire gems, etc. And dot multi. So a lot of useful stuff here. And as you can see, most of the really good things are at the 3rd level of the Scourging. But yeah, I just want to make this video for people that are wondering what are good items to Scourge. So these are the things that really like stand out on like different items. So thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like the video, but more importantly, try to die less than I do.